Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razek at CMTrading. Today is February 18th, 2019, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, nothing really happening besides the fact that United States is having a national holiday, a national bank holiday called President's Day, where they celebrate previous presidents, including Donald Trump for that matter. Okay, so markets will be affected. You should have received an email with different times that will be affected for the markets. Now, looking at what happened last Friday, looking at the Forex symbols, US dollar became much weaker versus the major pairs. And that's really on the back of the fact that the Dow Jones rallied big last Friday, over 400 points on the upside, on the fact that China and the United States are coming to some kind of a trade agreement between the two. Okay, that also affected the commodities. They traded higher. Gold and oil both broke out from their trading ranges higher. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. And lastly, looking at the stocks, the ones that were affected, the stocks that moved the Dow Jones higher were the banks and the conglomerates, the brick and mortar type of businesses in the United States, not the glamorous, not the high-tech stocks like FANG stocks as we speak about them, the Facebook, the Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, but rather the types of businesses that it's business as usual. It's really the foundations of any economy that really moved it further, which is a very good sign, which means that we'll avert some kind of recession, possibly in Trump's presidency. Okay, so with that said, let's see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're looking here at the Euro USD, and what's an anomaly here with the Euro USD is that I would have expected the Euro USD to trade somewhere in the 114-ish level. Okay, with the Dow Jones going higher, the dollar gets weaker. However, this is showing some relative weakness here at 113-ish level. Okay, so this actually may continue to sell off on the downside. Now we have this bottom at 1252, but if that continues to get challenged, we could see this sell off even further. Now looking at the GBP USD, this was the strongest pair versus the dollar as it jumped to 129.09-ish level from 128.11-ish level, okay, which is a massive rally over 100 pips on the upside. Now it looks like it's correcting itself, so just be aware it might look to fill that gap. Okay, looking at a 30-minute chart, you can see that a little bit clearer, going from 129.11-ish level to 128.90-ish level, maybe 88-ish level with that retracement. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now, looking at the Aussie dollar as well, we did bounce, but again, the strongest one out of the three was the GBP. Okay, now it did rally to the top of this level. I'd like to see it continue strong, okay, as we continue into this week. Now, jumping into the commodities, we're looking at gold firstly. We're looking at a daily chart. Let's look at a 1-hour chart. You can see that much clearer. Last week, we were trading between these two ranges. On the top side, 1315. On the bottom side, 1306. And finally, we broke that rally right there last week into this 113 or 1325-ish level rather. Okay, now we're retracing this morning just a little bit to 1325, hitting this resistance. This line has always been here. Okay, so we may see this just retrace itself back into this 1315-ish level and use that as a possible support and just finding a new range for it to trade in. Okay, so it's a little bit of a question mark why gold is specifically rallying. It does rally in the middle of February generally. Okay, so it's kind of a question because the Dow Jones, when it rallies, gold sells off. So in this case, if it doesn't continue rallying above this 1325, we could see it retrace to 1315 for sure. Now looking at this oil, okay, now this has really been a beautiful Fibonacci setup as we've set it up for quite some time. We're looking at it. It finally broke this 54-ish level per barrel. Okay, now it's trading at $56 a barrel as it looks like it's going to challenge this 57.80, which is the next resistance level, but it may use the $54 a barrel as a support level, and find itself a new trading area, a new trading range, let's call it, okay, between 56 and 54 until there's some sort of impetus to carry us even higher. Looking at that Dow Jones, okay, now look at that massive rally. We're looking at a daily chart, and you can see it just ever so slightly here, a one-day rally of 400 points, and someone knew something about something. Okay, because it didn't just, go from 24,500-ish level up to 25,900-ish level in a matter of less than 2 weeks. Okay, so looking at that, We have this massive rally on the upside. Now we look like we're hitting a little bit of a resistance around this area, okay, of 25,900, certainly at 26,000. So this may actually sell off. Now the next real support level is 25,695. So we have some, leeway here for it to sell off or to continue, okay? But you got to keep an eye between the stocks and between the index, okay? And I think that that's what's going to drive us as we continue trading into this week. Now, again, today's a bank holiday, so the stocks are not trading today, whereas the futures are still trading, as you can see, of the Dow Jones are still trading. So we may have just like very light volume today. So I wouldn't just concentrate on the Dow Jones, but for tomorrow, this is the JP Morgan, okay, which is one of the largest stocks in the United States. It's located on your market watch, and it's trading right now 105, which it's topping off this level, okay, which is really an important level for this area. Now, if it does falter here tomorrow, then we may see it go back and test this 103-ish level, okay? So really an important level to really challenge this 105, and if it could fulfill that 106.90, we could see it back into the 110, 109-ish level, okay? That would be my next resistance. But again, it looks like the markets are strong. It looks like we're going to continue higher, but I got to get that confirmation from the stocks. It's not going to be either coming from the Dow Jones or it's going to come, but rather I think it's going to come from the stocks. So we'll have to wait for that for tomorrow. But we may see just sidewards trading on the Forex symbols as today is a national holiday in the United States. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.